What's up, guys? This is Drew with Comic Slate, and I am here with
Kyle.
Not Kevin. Get it right. So this is a studio adjustment 3, 4. Yeah. It's getting there. It's looking better.
We're there.
Yeah. I kind of like it how it is. And you got the box. You got to have the boxes to show like an actual store.
Verisimilitude.
You got to have the statues. You got to have the employees here working stuff, filling orders.
You got to have the nice books up there. Yeah, you got everything.
Yes. So kind of like this. Kind of dig this setup now.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah. So it is December 7th, Tuesday afternoon. We got done in record time this week.
Woof.
So, one of the other factors is the Sean factor.
Yeah.
So we're not sure if he's going to be ready in time.
Never.
Because C2E2 is this weekend. I will be there. We just went ahead and figured, okay, Sean's going to be too busy. And rightfully so, he was. So thankfully, we started reading this weekend.
Yes.
So we were ready to go by this afternoon. So
it's kind of nice, I got to say.
Mm-hmm.
Not being here until 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. We can be out of here, catch rush hour traffic.
I can actually have dinner.
Yeah, I know, right? So let's go ahead and get right to it, guys. This is the Skip-Its and Mez section for the week of December 7th. Well, December 8th. Everything comes out depending on what day you're listening on. And if you just now got your DC stuff, it's probably the 7th.
Correct.
But if you get your Marvel stuff, it's the 8th.
Yep.
So we're going to just go ahead and get right to with the Skip-Its and Mez. Skip-Its and Mez. Let's get to the Mez first.
Okay.
I had 13 Mez.
Okay, you'll go first then.
Okay, we'll get to the Skip-Its last because there are some ones that are just...
Oh.
Woo.
Oh, it's a week.
It was a week where there was some really good stuff and there was some really bad stuff this week. But let's get to it could have been either way.
Yeah.
Some could have been my top 10 that just kind of overflowed out. All right, first up, I have got Silver Coin number 7.
Oh, okay. I'll be later.
Okay.
I have Black Cat. Infinity Score.
All right. You want to go first?
Yeah, this was...
Let's put that bad boy right here in the middle.
This was one that wasn't bad. Mm-hmm. It's a typical... This is a meh.
You know what? I actually had that... I think I had that in my Skip-Its, actually.
Yeah,
so,
it was one of those that was teetering.
Okay.
This could have been a Skip-It easily. There was enough heart in here, I felt, that it was kind of tugging at my heartstrings a little bit. With the mom and everything.
I know. I'm like, for you.
I know, for me, it's saying a lot because I don't have a heart. But it was just enough there. I'm like, okay, there's something here. So I'm going to give it a meh. But this was teetering on a Skip-It for me. But there's enough there with her. A lot of that Infinity Stone stuff is just getting so played.
And I'll get to why it was a Skip-It later on for me because I have my reasons why.
But it's a meh.
Yeah.
So your Silver Coin.
Yeah, I had Silver Coin number 7 by Ram V. This one, it just overflowed out. It wasn't one of the better ones. It was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good. But you kind of know at this point what the setups are for the stories. But although there was a twist at the end with the casino owner.
Yeah.
When he encounters the coin, it's like, oh, what is this going on here? So...
Right.
The plot, as they say, thickens with this coin. So I'm kind of curious to see where this leads us to next. But it's a fun read.
It is.
It kind of goes the way you would expect, one of these stories to go. Not as fun as the Tales from the Crypt gamblers when they're going off with one another, hacking off limbs. But it's okay.
Okay. Good.
All right, next up, I have got Suicide Squad number 10.
Me too.
Hey, here we go. So that saves time.
Yep.
It was all right.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was right. It wasn't great. I'm still not sold on the what's Green Lantern barista. Starbucks barista, whatever her name is. Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I don't like it as a Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Super fan.
So I gotta spoil this. So I'm trying to figure this out. So she does arrest the Suicide Squad in space.
Right.
Puts them in a makeshift ship.
I think.
They're supposed to be the science cells, but they're not the science cells because with Ethan Van Sciver, when he was on the artist, we saw the science cells. They were actually like Green Lantern cells, like going around one of the suns and all that.
Yep.
Well, sorry, that was for probably for Superboy Prime.
Yeah.
But still, we knew what the science cells looked like. She just put them on a tugboat or something in space.
Yep. And it was very just kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really. It's not that I didn't care for this issue. It's just that this series has been so fun.
Yeah.
And to see it come to issue 10, it's kind of like, oh man.
But the bigger stuff is at the end. We see Rick Flag getting his team together and another new team member for the Suicide Squad, which is pretty cool. I dig him. So I'm expecting things to go back upward in trajectory.
Yep. That last panel was enough for me to be like, and I want to read the next issue.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not bad. It's not great. It's meh.
Yeah, it's a meh.
Yeah. And next up from the Mez, I got Knighted #2.
I do too.
Hey, how about that?
It's here.
So Knighted #2 and Knighted #1, I liked, but I didn't like it that much. It was alright. It just came across as someone trying to be Garth Ennis, but not as
but it's mean.
Funny. Yeah, it's more mean spirited.
Very.
Yeah, not as funny. Yeah.
Like there's a fine line between being Garth Ennis and then just being an ass. And it's just kind of like, okay, you're just kind of mean. And that's what this came across. And issue 2,
it's a little bit. It's better.
It's better.
Yeah.
And I know they're really trying to punch that this guy is a total loser.
Yes. Wait, if you didn't get that in the first issue, you'll probably get it in this one.
And it's like the way that he's treated by everybody. I'm like,
his family too.
Yeah, it's like, how is this guy not blowing his brains out
or blowing all their brains out?
Yeah, it's like
that fact.
Yeah, this is like the Joker movie.
Yeah, you know, it really is.
Yeah,
it really is.
Like this guy would be so evil, but it's just the way his girlfriend talks to him in the other room. Hey, don't bother me. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I forgot you spent all your money on a ring for me, whatever.
You know, it's really one of those relationships where like people often mock them. I mock them too. It's like my wife and her boyfriend. I'm just expecting her to have her own boyfriend in there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the dude in Seinfeld.
Yeah. Hey, Jer, what's up?
I have absolutely no idea. But yeah, this like the art's good. But it's just
text.
Yeah. But it's just kind of mean spirited enough for it to be a meh. But it's not as bad as issue 1.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's on a slightly upward trajectory. We'll see where issue 3 goes.
Yeah, there's some funny stuff with the car.
Yeah, so yeah,
I did kind of like.
It doesn't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I did like that part. So there's some funny stuff in here.
Yeah. All right. Next map for me, I have got Crush vs. Lobo #7.
Oh, bold. I didn't even bother reading it. Okay. I have Inferno #3.
Oh, you better not let Sean see. You better not let Sean see that,
his #1 pick of the week.
I don't know about that. There's a couple we have. I think he would put ahead of that.
I hope.
Yeah. So I got Crush vs. Lobo #7. I want to like Crush, but like the character Kate Bishop, she just comes across as just insufferable and smarmy.
She looks like it.
Yeah, it's just I want to like her, but she's not there. There's nothing sympathetic about her to really get me to like her. It's like your dad's Lobo. That's awesome, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're depressed about it? No.
And it's like we already have one Lobo. Do we need
another
one?
Lobo? Yeah. We do another derivative? Yeah.
Yeah. Just another female version of this, but edgy because it's a female.
This was good until Lobo gets taken down by one bite from a small space lizard and a space toxin. I think that's what happened. Like one lizard with a space toxin, he gets taken down by. Like, I would expect Lobo to be taken down by like a swarm of things and people.
Well, yeah, he's a guy that can take a punch from Superman.
And keep going. Yeah, but no, okay. I didn't buy how this went. But the art is terrific in it too. I will say the art is really damn good. But I'm gonna see where the next one goes. Maybe, hopefully, it does get better. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So you have the Inferno.
Yep, the Disco Inferno #3.
Yeah, not the '70s classic.
I've hated Inferno. I really haven't been a fan.
Hated Inferno.
I really haven't been a fan. I haven't been a fan of much of this X-Men stuff going on. But this one, I thought was pretty decent. I thought it was actually pretty good. You get a backstory of Krakoa and all that stuff and how it was made, and
with Doug,
and how Xavier kind of told him, like, it's kind of what we want, and
Mhm.
you see the process of it being built
Mhm.
and some of the loopholes that
Mhm.
were built in. Not that I've cared, but I just thought there was something there, and I'm like, okay, I understand what's going on, and for me, that's pretty good for some of this X-Men stuff, and I kind of
Yeah.
cared. So it was enough for me to be like, and the stakes at the end, I was like, oh, where is this gonna go? I don't know, but stuff with Nimrod, it's like, okay, I'm intrigued. So that was enough to push it over from a skip it to a meh for me.
Cool.
It was pretty good.
So I've got. Did I put mine up? Or
You already got.
or
Question
did
one,
I? Oh, that's right. I already did mine. But
Yep.
so it's on to me now. I've got the rest.
You got the rest.
So I got Joker Presents a Puzzle Box number 5. Finally, we get to the point of the puzzle box. There is a puzzle box in this. Yes.
It's not just sitting around talking.
No, there's an actual puzzle box. It's a powerful MacGuffin. We see what it's able to do. But then the problem with this comic, after the reveal, it turns into one long, boring story of each prisoner, each supervillain recounting their version of what happened in the warehouse. And it's like this is getting very, very played out, old. It's just now this could be fun, but they just managed to make it boring.
Pretty lazy storytelling.
Yeah. Actually, I think it was a web first series. I'm not
It
too
was,
sure.
which is why I was confused about when these were coming out.
Yeah.
Like it says it was already out.
Next up, Arkham City: The Order of the World. This one, it's been a good series. I love the Gary Frank cover here, Solomon
Great.
Grundy. This one was just, it was just kind of boring. I mean, it wasn't that exciting. I wanted more Azrael in this. We got a lot of Solomon Grundy talking. Seeing him talking and not talking.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great. I mean, but I wanted more Azrael. Azrael's been written so well in this series. I wanted more of him, but nah. If you love Solomon Grundy, then you'll probably love it. I like Solomon, but not to the extent that they show him in this. Next up, I got Gods of Brutality.
Oh,
Yeah. It was all right.
Okay.
No, it's Gods of Brutality number 3. Gods of Brutality number 3. It's all right. Yeah,
I'm shocked.
there's a metal singer in hell. All the different gods like Hercules, Loki, Thor, and all, they're all down there in hell. And yeah, and
Okay.
just it's all
Hijinks
right.
ensues.
Yeah, hijinks ensues.
Okay.
yeah, it's all right. It's not bad.
Sounds like an 80s movie.
Yeah. Next up, I've got Third Wave 99 number 1.
I'm so glad you read this stuff instead of
Yeah.
me.
Another one, hey, it's not bad.
Okay.
It's okay. It's like, I suppose if you enjoy surfing and someone possibly being in witness protection and owning a surf shop and high school fights, then you may like this. It's very
Kind
slice
of like Point Break.
kind of like a less exciting, a less fun, a less over the top version of Point Break. Just imagine the most boring version of Point Break you could get.
Yikes.
Yeah,
The remake?
no Gary Busey at all. So yeah,
Aw.
not fun. So man, I guess if you like slice of life stuff, then yeah, you'll probably like it.
Okay.
All right, next up, I have got Vampirverse number 4.
Okay.
It's the best part of this is that they quickly drop it after 2 pages. There is a Godzilla Vampirella.
Oh.
Yeah, destroying things. And it's like, this is great. And then they just kind of drop it after like 2 or 3 pages. That's it. It's like, you had a great idea here.
It's a gold mine.
Yeah, that is a gold mine. This could have been it, but nope. Gone. Done. Yeah, it just
Shame.
immediately went downhill after that. Next up, I have got Star Trek: The Mirror War number 1.
It's right. You're the only one
yeah.
that gets that.
Yes,
so.
I am the only one that gets that. But this is a one shot about Data and Lieutenant Barclay, and it's all right. It's mostly about Barclay and his family and like uncovering something that was hidden in the local government.
That's weird because we've liked this series.
Yeah, this is more of a focus on Barclay and Data, and it's okay. It's not bad. Yeah, I feel like to see the mirror version of Barclay. You'll enjoy this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
I like Barclay in the Next Generation, but I wasn't the biggest fan of that.
Yeah.
Next up, World of Krypton number 1 of 6.
You have this. Okay.
Yeah, I do World of Krypton number 1 of 6.
Okay.
I did enjoy the premise of this. I think it can be fun.
Okay.
The art is terrible.
Yes.
That is one of the downfalls in this.
Awful.
Yes. But I have hope it can be good. Robert Venditti's writing it. I have hope for issue 2.
Okay.
It's a slow start. Yeah. It's kind of like Shakespeare in Krypton.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Like low tier Shakespeare.
Yeah. And 2 to go.
Okay.
Next up, I've got Amazing Fantasy number 5.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. It was all right. I mean, the whole. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Most of the series was a letdown for this.
Yeah, it was.
Issue 1 was really
good.
damn good. And it just went swiftly downhill.
We do get of why it's called Amazing Fantasy.
Yes. Yeah. At the very end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's why they call it that.
Oh.
Yep.
We get the big reveal of who the big baddie is and what he wants to do. It's like, I was really, when I was reading this issue, I was thinking about it. This could have been all done in one issue.
Yeah.
Really, it could have all been done in one.
Yep.
But we got 5. Yeah.
Cash grab.
Yep. There you go. Yeah.
Hmm.
And last one. Did you have this as a skip it or a meh?
I had it as a skip it.
Skip it? Okay. Well, I'm going to have it as a meh.
Okay.
Okay. I got Star Wars Crimson Reign number 1.
Okay.
This is a meh for me. So the reason why I am making it a meh is because we find out at the very end of this, we do know they all fail. And it's said to us that they fail. Horribly, maybe, I think, to that extent. But I am excited to see them fail horribly because I hate these characters. And they talk about how they want to take down Vader, they want to do this, do that. Because it takes place in between episodes 3 and 4.
Yes.
Wait, no, wait. 5 and 6. 5 and 6. I'm sorry. Between Empire and Return of the Jedi, it takes place.
Yeah.
And so this faction, the Crimson Reign. I want to say Crimson Dawn.
Everyone would say Crimson Dawn. Sean
yes.
said Crimson Dawn like 9 times.
Yeah. And it's a lot of talking in this. It's a lot of setup for these characters. A lot of characters I just don't care for. And they're really all interchangeable with one another. And it's kind of like a take Rogue One, take those characters and make them the exact opposite. Where like they're all unlikable and they are all interchangeable. Doesn't really matter who they are.
Yeah.
And it just so at this point, we're told they fail horribly. I want to see them fail horribly. I want to see them get swiped down by Vader one by one, painfully. So I look forward to that. Which is why it's a meh. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to keep reading it for that.
Okay.
So those are my mehs.
Okay.
All right,
good.
So we're on to the skip-its.
We're on to the skip-its.
All right.
Skip-a-roos.
All right, no particular order, but if we have the same ones, we'll talk about it at the same time.
You go?
I'll go. I got Black Cat Infinity score number 1.
I have X-Men Legends number 9.
Okay. That was a skip it for me as well. So yeah, we'll do that. Let's talk about that.
If you want to do Black Cat real quick since we already talked about it.
Yeah, I'll talk about it real quick.
Yeah.
The big promise of this, we were teased in the previous the Infinity Stone, was like Nighthawk. Yep. And we got one page?
One page.
One page of Nighthawk? Maybe 2?
Yeah, and he's just walking.
Just walking.
And then he gets knocked out of a window.
Yeah. And in a hospital.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I wanted the big confrontation. I wanted a big fight. I wanted the big revelation. Oh no, they are back for good or something. But no, that's it.
That's why it could easily be a skip it for me.
Big
but
letdown.
There's a little bit of heart in there. But yeah. I completely agree.
Yeah, big letdown. So we're going to talk about X-Men Legends. Oh my God. X-Men Legends number 9? Yeah, number 9. I got the Carrie Andrews cover up there. This was some of the worst art in Billy Tan's career.
Yeah.
I cannot believe just how bland, generic, and just poor.
It's boring.
Boring the art is.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to this series. It was so fun.
Yes, it was. Absolutely.
Starting out. Yeah. And then it has fallen off the table.
And you want to talk about when the last issue ended, we got Omega Red in. I was like, oh my God, we got Omega Red, Sabretooth, Wolverine. I'm expecting like some full slobber knocker fights.
Yeah, like in the 90s. Yeah, nothing.
None of that.
There may be half a fight, I think, that happens in this book. The rest of the time, they're sitting around talking.
And it's all about the little girls and trying to save them out of the truck. And
dealing with trafficking them or something. Like I'm like, this is weird. This doesn't feel like X-Men to me. It feels very odd and boring. And that's generally the consensus for Marvel. It's just standing around talking about things. Yeah, I did not like this at all.
No, not good.
Yeah, this is a definite skip it.
Must skip.
Yes, please.
All right, next up, I have got Marvel Voices Comunidades #1.
I got it too.
Oh, you got it too? Oh, it wasn't in your top 10?
Oh, almost.
Because I remember you saying yesterday how much you were looking forward to it, and everyone started laughing how much you're looking forward to it.
Hey, this could have been a dark horse.
Yeah, it really could have. This is a $10 book.
I know.
$10.
Oh.
And I had to stop reading this halfway through. I had to stop.
You got halfway?
Yeah. Just the constant Spanglish.
It's awful. I hate it.
And no, the one story that got me where I almost wanted to rip this in half was the New York in the 70s. And they're at the very end. They compliment the domestic terrorist. Domestic terrorist organization that they learned from the Black Panthers. We took what they did and we brought it to the Bronx. Isn't that great? Yeah.
This was so panderingly terrible.
Yeah.
Like you were trying to pander to an entire culture of people.
And it's all just slice of life stories. That's all it is.
It is, and it's
most of them
dumb.
Mm-hmm.
These are like Hallmark commercials. Dumb.
I would say dumber than that.
Yeah, and the fact that you have to say Latinx in there and throw that in there.
It looked like someone had put up Adobe and like changed it out from Latina to Latinx.
Yeah, to Latinx.
Yeah,
which is a slap in the face to their community. I don't care what anybody says. This is terrible. Mm-hmm. This is awful. Mm-hmm. Horrible propaganda. Mm-hmm. Do not buy this comic. No, please.
$10. I don't feel. If you buy this, shame on you. I'm sorry. This is $10. Really.
$10. Don't buy this book. I don't like the politics, and I won't buy the book.
Yeah. Why does that sound so familiar? I got Death of Doctor Strange Blade #1.
Me too.
You want to talk about? So Danny Lore, I think she might have the hat trick in this stack. I think. I mean, I know at least probably the Daily Double.
Yep.
But I could not believe how. Like, once again, you're gonna find the word boring. We're gonna see the word boring a lot. This book specifically is boring and has almost next to nothing to do with Doctor Strange.
There was a Doctor Strange in the beginning, which it kind of recaps why Doctor Strange was so important, why Blade and Doctor Strange had a connection or whatever.
That throwback 70s scene. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. All right.
And then nothing.
Yeah.
And then it turns into Blade the movie.
Oh, yeah. Danny Lore is so damn lazy, such a hack. She ripped off the first Blade movie.
Yes.
I saw that. I'm like, you flipping hack. Yeah. Oh my God. I can't. Wow.
It was almost shot for shot.
Yeah, it was.
I'm like, what? You can't do that.
No,
Lazy. Why is this even a comic? Like, why did you even bother writing it? It's like, I don't know, just put some Blade stuff in there.
Because her buddy has too much work. That's why.
And again, it's more standing around talking. That's all this is. Yeah. It's Blade being the sheriff of vampires.
Just talking to Dracula and Dracula talking to other people and
vampire politics.
Yeah.
Honestly, that is a line that is used, vampire politics. Yeah. As if you cared. It's like, I want to see Blade kill vampires.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Can you imagine if the Blade movie was this?
Oh. That
would have been swiftly forgotten.
There wouldn't be 2 more of them, I can tell you that. Yeah. Blade 3 sucked. Yeah. So, this is a...
this would have made a legend out of Blade 3. This made Blade 3 look like Shakespeare.
It would have, yeah. So, this is a skip it all day.
Next up, I got Superman, Son of Kal-El, 2021 anal.
That's in here somewhere. There it is.
Okay. You got the anal?
I do.
He's got the anal. All right.
Somebody does in this book.
But yeah. Okay. So, Kyle, what are your thoughts on the Superman, Son of Kal-El, 2021 anal?
First off, he got a haircut.
Oh my God, and it's a haircut. I'll say that. So last weekend when I was on the aficionados, I'm not going to say who I was chatting with, but he was like, "Hey, open up this page. Tell me what do you think?" It's like, I'm like, "Are you kidding me? This is real?" He's like, "Yeah, that's his hairdo." I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
He's got that douchey haircut that every 18-year-old has right now.
Yeah, it's like that. It's that. Are you going bald and you're coming at the one side? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you have the sides down, and you got like a mop on top.
Yeah, it's
of
like
your
just
head.
like a
Yeah.
like a bundled up mop.
I'm
right
like,
there.
that's never been his hair. That's beside the point. From his terrible hair. And you asked a question like, did he cause something in this book to happen? But you still don't get an answer.
No.
Like, even Lois is like, did you do that? And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do that. That's like, are you sure?
I'm fairly certain you did. Yeah.
You don't get an answer.
No.
You're led to believe no, but I'm like, so he's evil now?
Yeah. Well, he's a dictator now. So,
He is.
Yeah. If you watch read the Future State stuff. Yeah, he's a dictator.
Yeah. So this starts off with a place in time that we don't know.
The one big problem with this is the continuity.
Yeah.
So we're led to believe Lex Luthor, he's still in that battle suit. He gets locked up by the Justice League.
Yep.
And Batman's still wearing the yellow oval.
Yep.
So when the hell does this take place?
Don't know.
In continuity, modern continuity.
Could have been a day.
Yeah.
It could have been a month. It could have
Yeah.
been 20
Yeah.
years.
And then we just see him acting like a low-level enforcer after that, trying to get his money back. And
Yeah, conning people out of their money.
Yeah,
but not
No.
like he's like, oh, this person died because I put a nanobot in them. But then you're led to believe he was joking. But then you're also then led to believe he's not joking later on when somebody else dies.
Regardless, Tom Taylor writes Lex like an absolute douchebag idiot, an idiot in this.
Yeah.
This is not Luthor. Whenever you read this is not Lex Luthor.
And of course,
At all.
John figures out how to beat him in chess in a second.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Whatever. Yeah. Of course. So
it is shocking once again just how bad the characterizations of John and Lex Luthor are in this.
like it's not for Superman. I don't know who this comic is for.
Tom Taylor's buddies,
I guess.
Yeah.
Or just for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very masturbatory. Yeah, skip this.
Yeah. Next up, I got Batman 89 number 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
You wanna lead this one off? I'm gonna take some water.
Oh man.
Yeah, we'll lead you can lead this one off.
This is so terrible. What it does.
It's such a disappointment more than anything else.
What it does to Michael Keaton's Batman and that universe that they built and how it is now bastardized into BLM riots.
We're not kidding. This actually happens in this comic.
There is a quote unquote
physically assaulting police officers.
They physically assault police officers in this. Although they write it in a way that you're supposed to think the cops were showing force to a quote unquote peaceful protest. And then Robin ends up throwing a firebomb, blowing up vehicles, and
our hero, ladies and gentlemen,
throwing paint or something on some cops. They end up disarming a police officer in this.
Yeah, and the people, they take the cops'
They take the cops' weapons. They're like, I have his duty belt.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so that guy is going to die. Okay. That's fine. And then it just ends. Then Commissioner Gordon shows up and says, Bullock, it's your fault that this happened. It's like,
no, I'm pretty sure the escalation of the guy throwing the fireball.
Yeah, the fireball.
Yeah.
The thing of gas.
The guy in the big R on the side of the truck.
This is so dumb.
Yeah.
You can't make this up. And that's the beginning of this issue.
And I guess they were trying to create an autonomous zone.
Yeah.
Because so if you've been alive the past year or so, and if you watch the news, autonomous zones, they don't necessarily work out that well.
No.
Especially in Seattle.
Didn't work out well. Chop
No.
didn't.
Chop?
Didn't,
No.
Chaz.
The Summer of
whatever it was
Love?
called. Yeah.
No.
Didn't end well.
No.
And then it's Robin pandering, saying that because you're white guilt, you need to help me out. And then the next issue is going to be Robin and Batman.
Batman, yes.
Yeah. Robin and Batman. Not Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Robin and Batman. As it always should have been.
Yeah. It's about time.
Yeah. There's no way this was written back then.
No, it wasn't.
It's
Absolutely
impossible.
Not. Absolutely not. No.
This is a joke. I really hate this book. It is so mean.
It's like once you see that Andy Corey's name was on as the main editor, it's like, okay, this explains that.
Yeah.
All right.
This is so mean-spirited.
And next up, I've got One Star Squadron #1.
Really?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, how about that? We got another one here. So I was really, one way to summarize this, to someone who's in the ages of like 30 to 50, take the 1980s Justice League, the Bwahaha League.
Okay.
Take out the Bwahaha. Take out everything funny about that. And then you've got this.
Downright humor. It was a hilarious comic. It was so funny.
Yeah, Mark Russell. He's
everything hit.
He's
Every
a master
joke
comedian. Yeah,
landed.
Yeah. It's amazing just how it when you take some of these great characters like Red Tornado and Power Girl.
Yeah.
And I mean, I remember Guardian, not Guardian, Gangbuster from the 90s. I grew up with Gangbuster, kicked ass. It was great. Jose Delgado.
Hell yeah.
And just turns him into jokes. Like you called it out. I completely didn't make the connection. He turned Gangbuster into the Native American from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Literally looked like him.
Yes.
And he was acting like him.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm like, is this intentional? Is this funny?
He's trying to be funny.
He was trying to be funny. And Red Tornado eating a hamburger. That's
it's
hilarious.
Like, does he not understand he's an android?
He's in a robot. But like, again, it's like, is that the joke? Or do you not know?
Yeah. Because there's times where he's writing him as like a guy who just puts on a costume.
Yes.
And it's like, no, wait, he's an android.
He's an android.
Yeah.
But does he? Yeah, it's like, so he's eating a hamburger? Yeah, the jokes in this were terrible.
Yes.
Power Girl was reading a self-help book or something. I don't get that either. Yeah, I honestly don't know the point of this book.
It's just bashing legacy characters, just to bash legacy characters. And to be honest with you, I would say skip this unless you're in dire need of toilet paper. But then again, that's an insult to toilet paper.
It is. I don't know. For $4, I would say skip it. You can save your money on this.
Yes, don't read this.
God.
All right, next up I got World of Darkness #3.
Oh. I have Amazing Spider-Man.
What? As a skip it?
I just dropped all the way to a skip it. This issue, anyway.
Explain yourself. No, you get an octagon right there. Explain yourself.
I have really enjoyed where this has gone. I really did not like this issue.
Really?
I did not like the dialogue between these two, like flirting with each other the entire time, and it's really
Kyle, if
gross.
you're familiar with it, because they had a relationship.
I know, but like that's 90% of this book is.
Well, it's there on the cover. We're sold. Okay, we're gonna get those two, and it's like, all right, fine.
But it doesn't work.
Yes, it does.
No, the way they're playing off each other is terrible.
Yeah, no, I disagree. It does work. No.
Oh, it does not work. It falls like
it
a
does.
thud.
No.
Again, this is a book that you might like it or you might not, and it's one of those. I say skip it. Drew obviously won't, and that's fine.
Yep.
That's why you have differing opinions. But to me, I did not get any fun out of this book.
Oh,
I didn't have fun with it.
Okay.
So it's a skip it this week for me. I'm sure it'll pick up again. I like where it kind of left off at the end, but yeah, I thought the dialogue was pretty bad. So
okay.
Because
clearly, I think the exact opposite.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Next up, World of Darkness. So I think Danny Lore. Yeah, Danny Lore is on this one again. So that's 2 for 2 on Danny Lore.
2 for 2.
You want to talk about just a boring werewolf comic?
It's cool.
Just
cover.
It's a very cool cover, and that's one thing about Vault Comic in this series. They have those cool covers, like the one with the skull and the Christmas lights on
Christmas lights,
yeah, they look great. The story is just boring. You can just tell this is straight up bland Netflix pitch about just people walking around wearing dark clothes and who may or may not be able to change into werewolves or maybe vampires.
It's a metaphor.
Sure. But it is incredibly boring.
Okay.
Next up, I got Lunar Room #1.
Yeah, let's both talk about that. That would be a skip.
So that's 3 for 3 in the hat trick, I think, for Danny Lore this week. Holy crap. Why don't you start?
Sean didn't get any more copies of this, and that probably tells you something. What the hell is this book? I honestly like how
So if you follow our YouTube channel, I had to take a photo of Kyle reading this because his face was priceless reading this.
It honestly made no sense. It seemed like somebody on an acid trip. Like, okay, we're gonna start off with these people being shown around something, and then a twin of somebody steals a MacGuffin, but teleports, and then they're out to find him, and then it cuts to the chick on the cover.
Yeah.
Who goes to an underground fight club full of 10 people.
Yeah, it's like if you look at the cover, if you look at her, she looks fit on the cover.
Yeah.
Right. But then when you read the comic, it's like when she turns, you can see her full body. It's like, oh, she's like almost Queen Latifah size.
Yeah, first of all, I also thought she was pregnant. I'm like, oh God, you need to get her a chair. She needs to sit.
Yes.
Sit down.
Yeah.
I was worried for her health.
Yeah, there's no way she's jumping around fighting.
No.
And there's one other thing about this is that we're constantly told in this, God, I love her. God, I love her. Just her referring to some other female character. Just
again, we don't know.
Her. Yeah.
Character, we have no idea who she is, what she does, where she's at, why she's even who she is, why she's even there.
But I think she loves her.
Yeah. God, I miss her. God, I love her. I miss her and love her. It's like, we get it. We get it. You're a lesbian. Thank you.
Yep.
You're stunning and brave. And she's in a weird underground fight ring with like 5 people. And
is she a werewolf? I don't
know. Did the guy with the MacGuffin go inside of her, Giggity, and like superpower her?
I think that's what he did. Yeah.
I guess.
I think it showed us that what Daniel was trying to tell us, it takes a man to bring out.
Takes a man to do something like that.
Yeah.
I guess that's what that means. So she can't fight unless there's a man in her.
I think so. I think that's what she's saying. Yeah. Maybe that there's really a man in all of us.
There is, deep down. This book is stupid. It makes no sense. It's terrible. It's a fever dream. It's horrible. Yeah, that needs to be forgotten.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Next up, I've got what's the furthest place from here?
Yeah, I got that.
You do? All right.
Shocking.
Woo,
another
man.
dumpster fire.
I imagine a post-apocalyptic story with no suspense, no action, just a bunch of whiny jackass teenagers.
Yeah. Imagine the dumbest parts of The Walking Dead, and that's it.
It's like a more boring version of that new Walking Dead show, like the outside your world, the world outside your world, or outside.
Yeah.
And just where you have like all the
nothing but woke people,
the people who would not be living in a zombie apocalypse.
Every one of them would be dead. Yes. Everybody's out of shape.
Yeah.
Non-binary.
Yeah.
Stupid.
There's a reason why in Zombieland it's like, hey, you gotta do that cardio, man.
Yeah.
Gotta do the cardio. Well, clearly, they're not doing cardio.
No, none of them have ever seen a gun. I don't know how to shoot a gun.
Scared to say the word gun.
Yeah. Because it's racist.
Yep.
Yeah, even the pig people that wear them for no reason, they're not even in this book.
No, they're not.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I was hoping to see some like a group of like wealthy people, families, healthy, wearing pig face, just
who I don't know what. Again, it's like you're made to think that there's kids only in this world, and anybody that's an adult is dead, or once you age up, you die.
Like what is that movie? Logan's Run.
Yeah. But it's like, at what age? Because our main female character in this, who's black, stunning, and brave, she looks like she's 35 years old. She may be 12. I honestly have no idea. I don't know. At what age it's like, don't they all realize that eventually you're going to be dead because you're aging? Or did you stop counting?
They just didn't go to school and they didn't learn that.
I don't know.
I don't think they learned that you age up.
Yeah, and then the whole book is them walking around looking for somebody.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And I'm going to one of my favorite restaurants.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did want to go to your favorite restaurants. And unfortunately, hey, it almost survived.
Yes, it did. Almost
Franchise wars. Almost.
Yep. Didn't survive it like Taco Bell.
No. God, this book sucks.
Yes, it does.
It really is. And it's these books are way too long.
Yeah. As Tony Stark said in, was it Avengers 2? Eugene O'Neill long.
Yes.
Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer, number 1.
I got Amazing Fantasy 5.
Okay. Why don't you go and wrap that?
Okay.
Thoughts on
yeah,
that?
Amazing Fantasy, like you said, it's dumb. And the ending you could have seen come a mile away, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, a dilemma that Spider-Man faces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mhm.
we've seen that before. It just didn't have,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then, like, the ending, it was really weird. It's like,
Mhm.
wait, Wolverine shows up?
Yeah. Mhm.
When did that happen?
I guess I think it's
Like, several times he showed
well.
up.
I think maybe it's a tie into like the next like the lives and deaths of Wolverine. Maybe
It could be.
Maybe
Yeah, because he's acted like he's been there before, and he's the one
yes.
that tells Ben
Mm-hmm.
Parker, like, everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that was about. But yeah, it was a skip it.
Okay.
So, Buffy.
Buffy. So Buffy is in her 60s now, living in England.
Old woman Buffy.
Yep, old woman Buffy. Yeah, this is what this is.
Okay.
And clearly, they are capitalizing on the Last Ronin, Old Man Logan.
Okay.
Yeah, they're trying to capitalize on that motif right now, and so, and she is still talking and acting like a teenage Valley girl.
That's good. It's no character growth.
I know exactly.
That's what you want out of a character,
when you're
right?
when you're literally grandmother. She's going to be like grandmother age. It's like, no, you would not still be. Yeah.
At least I hope not.
Yeah, I pray to God I'm not still talking like when I was 18, 17, when I'm 60, 70. That's going to be...
I don't remember how I talked when I was 18.
Jesus. But
Okay,
clearly she's still talking like she's 17 or 18. And it's like,
and she's hunting vampires.
And then what's great about... I mean, you want to talk about like a side note. Michelangelo in The Last Ronin. Spoiler alert. He's the Last Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
He's not talking like the party dude, you know.
No,
when
he's not.
No, that's character growth. That's progression, you know.
There's seeing your brothers die, it kind of, it makes you grow up a little bit.
There's no growth in this character at all. And almost 40 plus years, she is still the same. Still acting and talking the same.
Good for her.
But apparently in this world now, humans and vampires are living in peace. There's no
what's
drama.
the point?
Bullseye. Yeah.
There's no drama. Wait.
Yes.
How are vampires and humans living together?
Because I guess something happened with they're able to, in the future, like make the sun go a certain way so they can now walk in the daylight. And,
but they live off of blood from humans.
But I don't know. It just...
Is it like that movie?
It's in a little tight... It's like literally like 4 sentences. They say like what happens. It's like...
What's that movie with Ethan Hawke where he's a vampire and they live
Daybreak?
off of...
Daybreakers?
Daybreakers.
Dawnbreakers?
Where that's like a world where they haven't like lived off human blood forever, and then eventually they start tasting it and they're like, okay, we want humans again.
Yeah.
I think Sam Neill's in that too.
Yeah.
So so it's kind of like that,
but less interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's something.
Next up, I have Captain America, Iron Man.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Great.
What?
Can't believe it. I have Fantastic Four Life Story number 5. Yeah.
So I absolutely hated this comic.
What?
I hated it.
Really?
Every single page, every line of dialogue, I was shocked by how dumb this comic was.
Wow.
I thought it was Christopher Kent Wrightwell that wrote it, but no, this is another jackass who wrote it. It makes all of our heroes look incompetent and stupid, and I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of Tony Stark and Iron Man being made to look that way. It is aggravating. It needs to stop.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
Fantastic Four Life Story number 5.
yeah, another one from Mark Russell. The Legend of Comedy.
He is hilarious.
Yeah.
This is just depressing and horrible. This really is awful. It's
from the issue 1, it is just pure the whole series is nihilism. That's all it is. The whole series, we believe in nothing.
Yep. Yeah. And it's again countdown to Galactus. There's 4 years left till Galactus shows up, and then
he's on his way.
He's on his way. Don't worry.
All right.
You're gonna die.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
There's gonna be like a lot of them. All right. Yeah.
It's gonna be like 10 Galactuses. So he's supposed to be showing up, and Silver Surfer shows up, and he makes Reed a bargain, which is interesting. And then he also meets with Dr. Doom, and then Dr. Doom has an answer to the Galactus problem, and Silver Surfer's like, "Oh, the billions of worlds I've been to, this solution you have is pretty interesting." And then it just gets dropped. Nothing happens from it. So, okay, I thought that again, Doom had a really interesting solution to the Galactus problem. And then how it ends and how he treats Reed Richards at the end of this book, it's like, oh, you clearly don't like the Fantastic Four or Reed Richards.
No, he doesn't like the concept of the nuclear family, period.
Nope. But it's nice to see that Reed and Sue get back together right before they're going to die.
Yeah.
So that's cute. But yeah, I just found it very mean-spirited. I really didn't like this, and I didn't like where Reed ends up. So let's skip it for me.
And the last one I've got, this is unfortunate. Just
what?
It's what Mother F Goose.
Mother F Goose, yeah.
So I'll say this: beautiful cover. I'll say that, very beautiful cover. It's after reading Fables by Bill Willingham, and reading stuff like when Tom King did the Looney Tunes Batman crossover. Those were done so much better than this. This just came across.
Are you praising Tom King?
I am praising Tom King right there. His Looney Tunes Batman crossover was good. It was a one shot. It was a one shot.
It was good.
Yeah, he didn't have 7 more issues to ruin it.
That's true.
This was just came across as very mean spirited and just to me just not that creative or funny. Now, I'll say this: if I hadn't read Fables or that Looney Tunes Batman crossover, I probably would be like, this is the bestest ever. But because I've read Fables and I love Fables, it's just interesting. So there's a lot of those characters in here, and it's just like it's kind of low hanging fruit. It's just
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and that is it for me.
Okay. For my skip it, Crimson Rain.
What?
This book is so boring. So boring. It's like the Legion of Dumb. It is so. It was so boring. It is again standing around talking
and not talking
and I'm like, this is the worst part of Star Wars. It's like, and you're making a whole story out of the worst part of Star Wars. Not everything has to be lightsaber battle. I get it, but not everything has to be. Let's stand around and talk. And talk. And talk about talking. I mean, that's all this is. It's awful. Drew found something in there, a little nugget, and that's fine. Yeah. And maybe if he wants to keep reading it, that's great. But I don't know if I can.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, I don't like these characters.
I hate them.
They're bland and generic, and we're told that they're going to fail. And I want to see these characters fail horribly.
Better you than me. All right, Justice League Infinity.
And that's a good James Stokoe cover too.
It's great.
Yeah.
Again, this is that
continuation. From the Justice League Unlimited series, animated.
Which it looks just like that in there. But following along that, like this is really dark and depressing for Justice. Like if this was meant for kids, it's Amazo 2 taking over the anti-life equation.
Ooh.
And pretty much killing everybody.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah, but for kids?
Oh.
I mean, it's a little dark.
Yeah, there's that. That's true.
Yeah, I don't think that would have worked on Cartoon Network. Like, I'm going to kill every world.
I don't know. They show some pretty dumb shit now on Cartoon Network.
True. So. Yeah, I just felt it in that, and it was very convoluted. But yeah, I just felt it, again, very dark and depressing. And I'm like, did you have some fun with this? It's like, no, we're just going to kill everybody in every universe ever created.
The end of everything. Yeah. Like the Tick said to Arthur, the big nut Tick versus the big nothing.
Oh yeah. It's like, okay. And then my last one is World of Krypton #1. This art is absolute trash.
The oming, just the one drawback for this book is that you can't distinguish
characters
at all. The males, you can't.
They all look the same, and somebody's trying to kill somebody.
Same faces. It's like,
and somebody gets shot, and I'm like, who? I don't know. I don't know who.
Was it Jor-El? I don't know.
I honestly don't know. I don't know. You keep saying names of people that they all look exactly the same.
Yeah.
So I have no idea. Something happens to somebody in this, and I'm like, I don't know if that's important or not. I don't know if I should care. So yeah, I really just didn't like it. It was so boring. Again, boring. Art's terrible. This could easily be a skip it
I'm going to test it out. I'm going to test out the next issues. Hopefully it gets better. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
So there we go, guys. Those are the Skippets and Mez. What did you guys think? Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? Am I right? Is Kyle right? Am I more right? Kyle wrong? Yeah. Okay. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate it. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. It's down there somewhere, usually. One of the spots down here in the corners.
Yep.
And we should be coming back to you here real quick with our top 10 of the week. Stay tuned, guys.
My name is Giadas. I am the daughter of Cleomenes, king of Sparta. This is the first chapter in the story of my life. Be warned, this isn't a story for the faint of heart. Unlike most in your time, nothing was handed to me. My life was one forged with pain, punishment, and countless battles. When you read my story, you will see I truly was born of blood. Color this holiday season red with Born of Blood. Only on Kickstarter.